everybody. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Monique and welcome to Medora Budgets. I'd like to thank anybody who's liked or commented on any of my videos, especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. Truly started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognize, and appreciate the community as a whole. If you're rocking with me on this journey, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is thank you in sign language. If you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell. At the end of this video, if it's content you find valuable or enjoyable, please feel free to subscribe. It's myself and Sweets, married with a whole bunch of kids, trying to figure out our future family and finances so the decisions we're making now won't negatively impact us in the future. Today is July the 29th. Let me move it back just a bit. Y'all don't forget my bed. This is July the 29th. And I'm here to do a quick video just to show you guys kind of where I am as far as YNAB is concerned. So you guys know, and you've seen the videos. If you've not, please feel free to check those out around the reunion. So for the last 3 or 4 videos that you've just seen from me, it was in preparation for the reunion, all of the purchases that I needed to make. And then I did a wrap-up video, kind of all the expenses and the money that we spent. Had a great time. We were able to do it on budget. We stayed under budget, actually. And I talked through some of the ways that I was able to save money. The voice and the talking is off a little bit because I tried to insert some videos. I did pretty good the first time I did a video. The second time I tried to insert a video, I got off beat a little bit. So just bear with me, but that video is out there. All right, so the next thing I needed to do, though, is to handle my own finances. So I got paid on this past Friday, but Friday is when the reunion got started. And when that happened, I didn't do my stuff. So Monday, yesterday, I got home and I started to look at YNAB. I started to record a video. Literally, it's 45 minutes long. I just got confused and confused and discombobulated because I had funds coming in and going out for the reunion. Some of it was in cash, so I would bring the money over and you would see a transfer into an account, and then you would see a cash withdrawal for some of it. And some of it was to pay some people, some of it was to cover other expenses. It just got to be a lot because all of that is mixed in with my money as well. And I have a lot of things that are on auto draft. So you have auto drafts happening at the same time. It wasn't great. So I stopped with the video. I said, we're not going to do that one. I'm just going to show you guys where I ended up as far as money that was paid. I will also talk through anything that has already been taken care of as far as the transaction is concerned. And then we'll just talk about what we're going to do going forward. So here the view is for July. Got 2 paychecks for that. It does show that I'm overspent in one category, and I believe that it is under this transfer amount because I transferred out, or I had outflow transactions from multiple accounts that totaled $1,434.47, but I had inflow from other accounts that totals $1,078.83. So as you see, some of that is off. What I think has happened is some of the transfers would have been connected with the Chase Freedom payment that I made on Monday on my credit card. And so I did pay, although I did not do a transfer Tuesday today. I can show you guys that. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It is somewhere in here, somewhere in here, somewhere. Or maybe it's covered under the transfers. I don't know where it is, y'all. I thought, oh, maybe it's over here. No, that's inflow. So it should be under outflow. I just did it yesterday. It was for $800, and there it is, $860.38. So that says inflow there. So there should be one for an outflow. There you go. So I made a Chase Freedom payment of $860.38. I think some of that money is connected in there, and that's why my transfer numbers aren't adding up. But I'm honest to goodness, at this point I am not sure. There was just so much activity, financial activity this weekend, that I'm just all thrown off, and I may be starting from scratch again, but we shall see. So let me just tell you what I've done. I'm going to go back up here to plan. I did go ahead, I did get paid, and I took all of the money that I got paid and I put it into ready to assign, and then I went through the categories and I signed the money the way that it was supposed to. Basically under press towards the mark, I put $700 here, but then I ended up taking, and that was because that's what holds my home mortgage and my auto payment. And I think I took those papers out. Let me see. But I did have to make my mortgage payment. So I put $700 in, but I took $860 out. And I needed to do that to make sure that my mortgage got paid. And so when you come here to mortgage, there was a payment activity there. You see that minus $860. So that would have been the payment that I made there. Lawn Love, I didn't put any money in that one because we decided to skip getting our grass cut. I just gave those people $400 a couple of weeks ago. They good. They good. Ring, I did $10 there for that, and it's going to come out at the end of this month. Electricity, I put $175 in, and then I paid $175 as the activity to cover the bill for August. Now the bill was only $64, but you know, I'm paying extra, so because I know one of these months is gonna hit, and I would prefer to have some extra just sitting on the account. So that's why I made a payment for more than what was initially a part of the bill. For AHS, that's my home warranty, that's $50. I put $6 in BET. I did start setting aside money for Fubo TV. Now that's coming back into play come September. Please don't tell me that I don't need Fubo TV. I know it's $100, $102 a month, but telling me that I don't need it is not gonna work, because I do need it, because I watch football. So you guys just better let me put a little bit more sunshine on me. So you guys just know and just bear with me on that one, okay? Spotify is $19 for that one. Property insurance is $175. I did get information that the property insurance is going to go up. It's going to go from $175 to $194 at some point. It's probably next month. If it's not next month for the September bill, then it'll be October. I hope it's not August. I will look that up and try and see. I don't think it is August. I think it is I think it's September. All right, next is Kindle. So Kindle took the place of Audible. This used to say Audible, but now it says Kindle because I did get rid of my Audible subscription. Now I have Kindle because I do have an actual Kindle that I use, and so I decided to go with them for the service instead. So I did put that money in there. I think it was $12.99, $11.99 if I'm not mistaken, and there was already a little bit of change left in that one. Nothing in Paramount, HP Inc., or iCloud, as far as I didn't put any money in those when I got paid this time, because they're not due until the 9th and on. And this paycheck will last between July 25th and August the 7th. So these aren't due right now. I did put some money in the Apple iPro insurance, because I'm not sure that comes out somewhere between the 7th and the 9th. I cannot remember the date. This is for my daughter's iPad that we have that for. So I did want to go ahead and put some money in there. Apple Care, nothing. AT&T, nothing. I did add another $15 or $20 in garbage. That is going to come due in August. I pay for that quarterly, and it runs about $60. So I'm already ahead of the game with that one. And the money that I need is there. Water is the 15th, so not worried about that. Not worried about auto loans or Apple insurance for the phone. Now, let me take that back. So this Apple insurance for the phone came out on the 26th, and that was for $8.99 if I'm not mistaken. Yep, there you go, $8.99 right there for that. For phones, one of the phones has already come out for Visible for $25. I'm just waiting for the other phone to come out, and it's due to come out actually by today, I believe. So I will take a look and make sure that and see if I've had 2 phone charges hit as of yet. And if not, I'm going to take my $25 back, because I may have put more in there that needed to be there. Still waiting on the gas bill to get paid. That's usually $120, so I did assign $120 there. I assigned $3 into Disney, but I actually think that's already come out, and it's okay. I'm just going to leave that $3 there so that I don't have to worry about it next month. And so this really is, and I'm surprised, and I'll tell you guys why I'm surprised, because I'm slowly getting 1 month ahead. Like, it's just automatic. If you just leave the little change in there and don't take it out, you give $1 or $2 extra over time. Each of these envelopes just naturally builds that money in there. And then you end up with a buffer to eventually move to 1 month ahead. So I actually think that's pretty awesome. This YNAB is really working out for me. For just annoying, that's my debt. So Kohl's has come out. The $32.28 has been paid. They did send me a new statement, and that statement says $0. So they did not tack on additional interest or anything else. When I paid that $32.28, it was done. City is done. I still am at a zero amount for that. Nothing is due there. So I'm going to take this change out of that one and might move it someplace else. We'll see, because I won't need it. Green Sky Room to Go is not due out of this paycheck, but Nelnet is. So I did assign $82 there for that payment. I've not, since I made that $860 to Chase Freedom, I have not swiped my card. My card is hot. The block was hot. So I'm not swiping nothing else right now. I needed to cool off a little bit. We needed to cool down. So today is a no spend day for me. Woo woo. I'm happy about that. All right, I did make some edits here. So for under my day-to-day for my expenses, I put in $300 for food. You'll notice I only have $263.77. A couple of the charges with us coming back into town on Monday were associated with food that we had to get on the road. So that's what you have there. I did add my $100 to car. That brings me to $160 for that one. Home supplies, I put $50 in, but I have spent some of that already. So I'm down to $23.95. OTC, I put $50 in there, but I am down to $15 at this point. Not a lot of supplements I have to buy. So I think I should be good for the next 2 weeks. In entertainment, I put $25 in there. So we have that. And then my Chase checking install. So I have a 4 install payment of $31.25 that I'm doing to cover a cost of $25 for sweets to come to my class reunion. And they did take their money out, and this is what's left over, so I'm just going to leave it there. Then we move to our high yield savings accounts and what I put into there. For WTH, I put in $80. Notice that I have home buffer, auto maintenance, medical expenses, and emergency all covered in that one bucket. So I took the $80, put it under core savings, and then after that, I came back in and actually put the money into the different envelopes in that category. Subscriptions at $20. It's still there. I have not assigned it. So let me assign it now. So AMC Theater, I decided to give that subscription up. I'm not going to use that anymore because we tend to go to Regal versus AMC. So I think I'm going to leave that one alone. Ring, for Sweets' property in South Carolina is fully funded. OneDrive is fully funded. Y'all, they were trying to get me to do a $99 plan. And I was like, I know there's got to be another plan in here somewhere. Why do I have to pay $100 and some odd just to have OneDrive, 1 terabyte of memory in OneDrive, and then a Microsoft Office package, and paying $100 every year? That didn't seem right. So I did go in there, and I was like, I could not find anywhere where it said the only thing it would allow me to do is change the card that I had on file, or it would allow me to upgrade to a better plan, but it wouldn't give me any other options. So then I just went ahead and clicked cancel service, and when I hit that, well, now what do you know? Now all of a sudden there's a plan that's available that's only $79.99. So that is the one that I decided to do. So that one is fully funded there. InShot is almost fully funded here. Because that's about $25, and I think I'm gonna skip BJ's. I don't know if I'm gonna sign up for that again another year. So where this $20 is here, I'm gonna take, what does that take? That needs $5.10. So I'm gonna take $5.10, and we're gonna move it to, what's that, InShot? We'll do that, and then AARP is $25, the Debt Planner app. I'm going to take the rest of this and move it to YNAB. I need to get there. Oh, that was wrong. Cancel. Let's do that. Come here and do YNAB there. Let's move the rest of that to YNAB. There you go. All right, so that is done. The family business, I put $20 here, and that went towards Bean, so that is gone. Also, this, that should move up to transfer. I've spent all of this money, this $384.27. I need to put that into the inbound transfer field, other inflow transfer, and move that out because we don't have that money any longer. That's probably going to help balance out those two numbers that I was talking about earlier, outflow transfer and inflow transfer, and they were off. I think that's going to help balance it out. That might have been the problem right there. All right, so we've moved that for family business. Boss Babe got $80. It looks like I've already put that into all of the different subcategories that it needs. Yep, because it's gone out of holding envelope. Wish Upon a Star. I used to have Wish Upon a Star, and I used to have Dreams Come True, but I've combined both of those together as one, and that got $80, and I've already submitted or dispersed that money, so everything is where it needs to go. Now, it showed at that time that I have $119.09 that's still available. Yep, see? That did it. There you go. That makes me feel better because I could not figure out where I was off. Okay, boom. There you go. No overspending. Yay! All right. So I have $119.09. It's saying that I still need to assign. I don't trust that. I don't trust that. I have too much money still moving back and forth and things that are pending. So I'm going to hold. I'm waiting. I'm not going to touch anything else in the actual bank account. I'm going to wait. I'm going to give it a couple of days, and I'm going to see after everything settles. I'm going to go back up, and I'm going to use my focus views to understand what I should have in each of the accounts. And so when I look at the account that handles all of my bills, that's the Newton Federal Focus View. That shows I should have what, $640, $640.02 plus 85.67 equals. I should have at least $725.69 because I don't think anything else needs to hit right now. So I should have at least that for that one. The Chase one is the one I'm more worried about because this is the one that handles all of my variable spending. So I've already made my $860 payment to Chase, so I'm not worried about that. And this just shows $491.47 I should have for those variable expenses that I talked about, and these are them: the food, the car, home supplies, etc. So after everything clears, I should have almost $500 still sitting in that account. So I'm going to give it 2 days, see where we are, and see how those match up. If I have more than that in the Chase account and I've not spent anything and everything has cleared, then this money is supposed to get assigned to these day-to-day, and then I'll take care of it at that point. But at this juncture, it says I have $100 that's still sitting around. I'm gonna leave that $100 still sitting around. Okay, I think that is it. Thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.